As I'm building and scaling my own AI agency and alongside that documenting a lot of the process and also things I'm learning here on the channel, which is a probably interesting thing to follow if you are into AI and AI agency, maybe you're an AI developer and you want to do your own thing, which is a great, you see I'm breaking marketing rules, I'm starting with it. Have you ever seen any content marketing done with a CTA at the start? Now you have seen it, even though it's not content marketing because there is no product yet. Perhaps that will change in the future. But going back to what I was saying, pretty much the reason I'm recording this video is because as I'm scaling, my name is Jan, and as you can see by the name of the channel, as I'm scaling my own AI agency and I'm trying to figure out how we can benefit economically from this big change in the global markets when it comes to AI adoption. One of the questions I was asking myself is how to like pick and position your AI automation to sell, because as we both know, there is a big like rapid improvement in terms of AI, and it's very quick. It's very going to happen very quickly that the AI no code vibe coding automations are going to very quickly be improving. So if you're selling like a basic, I don't know, email automation, probably very soon in the future you are going to find yourself in a situation where somebody can just grab a phone, speak to them, like record a voice note prompt to like, I don't know, something like Base 44 or Bubble, or even like platforms like Zapier, Maker, N8N will probably roll that feature sometime in the future. And it's going to be hard to sustain this business model. So I was actually reflecting on it, and I spoke to some people who are more intelligent than I am. And I just came down to a simple conclusion that I want to share with you in this video. So let's just start. Obviously, as you see, this is a previous video, you can just go and watch it. But yeah, how to pick an AI automation to sell, and obviously some visuals for attention span increase. Probably I should be playing like a Subway Surfers gameplay somewhere here, like the GTA gameplay. Maybe that would be increasing the retention. I might do it. That would be an ironic thing. Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna actually do it on this video. After I record it, I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna open up the edit like a video editing software, and I'm gonna add it. Actually, maybe it's going to increase the retention. So, okay, okay, let's just start the video anyway. Okay, so look, here's the thing. The whole point of me trying to record this video and the whole message I want to deliver is you. Okay, so look, if you're going to be selling AI, as you probably already know, you should be working with like one industry, one niche, because you're going to be building expertise, and you're just going to be able to just be better than your competitors. Because if you are only going to focus on like, let's say here's you and here's like your competitor, if you are both going to focus, let's say here's the, here's like the market, here's like the product you're going to be selling to that market, and here are, let's say, some, side quests products that are not really in that market, but they are also some other, like, automations and processes. And let's say this is you and this is your competitor, and you're going to channel all of your energy only into that product, right? And your competitor will channel some energy to that product, but also some here and some here. What will happen is you will sooner or later overtake your competitor because your product will be better, you'll have better market understanding, and you will simply cut him away from that market because people will just simply gravitate towards you because you're going to know the market better. You'll outmarket and out deliver your competitors. Obviously, staying to one market is very important. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm gonna give you a point on top of what I just said. So look, like here is the thing. If you're going to be selling some basics automation, right? Here's my point. If you're just selling some basic automations and it's like you can pretty easily set it up, there is not really much expertise. Like you're cooked. Like you're going to, in my opinion, have a lot of issues because you're going to be soon replaced by vibe coding and just prompt-based automations. And that, yeah, that people say that there is going to be maintaining of those automations, but if they are very basic, it's not hard for the AI to maintain the automation. So in my opinion, like basic automations are going to be out of the window very much soon, and I would not advise you to base your business around that if you are playing the long-term game like I'm trying to play. So here is the point I'm gonna share with you in this video and what I have learned some time ago. Look, so if you're going to approach any market, here's the point. I'm gonna make it quick. If you're going to approach any business, no matter what business it is, what size it is, what industry it is, it's very often, I mean, pretty much every single business, whether they map it out or not, will have a certain set of a certain process, a certain system of all the steps that are running this business, right? It's not going to be linear, obviously, but let's say here are going to be the leads, here's going to be some follow-up, here's going to be appointments, maybe here's going to be some closing, here's going to be some onboarding, here's some delivery, and maybe here's some retention. Like every single business is like not linear, because obviously those things connect, and the more complex the business is, the more like connections are going to be there. But the thing is, every single business is operating under certain process. Every single business has some sort of a system, whether, as I said, they consciously map it or not, and every single business has a process in order to live and survive. Obviously, like, let's say info products would have, obviously marketing, then conversion, then delivery of the product, then actual development of the product, making sure people don't ask for refunds. AI agencies would perhaps have also marketing, making people show up, converting them on sales calls, delivering, making sure they are satisfied, the product is great, and like every single business has a certain process, and every single business, the better you understand it. This is why I said one business and one niche. The better you understand your industry, the more in depth you're going to be able to break down this process. And the thing is, the more this is, for example, knowing if you're going to selling AI and you've been working in some industry for like 5 years, oh my God, you have such an advantage. But the more you understand this process in depth, the more you can like break it down into like more core parts, and you can explain, oh yeah, actually, let's say you would be running a real estate agency, and let's say people would say, yeah, like real estate agents need marketing, but then you can say, yeah, they need marketing, and then you would just break down the marketing into like core principles and saying like, hey, like let's say they need this sort of ads, they need it in like whatever place, they need it to be this amount of seconds need to be per ad, this is the funnel type they really like the more in depth you can go with the industry, because the better you know it, the more accurately you can map out their process and how they operate. And the point of this video is, in order for you to build, in my opinion, that's what I'm doing, I may be completely fucking wrong, but that's what I think, and that's how I'm reasoning. The more long term, and the more long-term business you want to create, and the more money you want to charge, and the more clients you want to have, and the higher retention you want to have, and the less likelihood of you being replaced you want to have, in my opinion, that's what I've been able to discover. What you need to do is you need to focus on one industry, and you need to focus on one thing somewhere along the process of this company. So obviously, let me give you an example for like basic AI agencies is just getting attention of people, turning this attention into appointments, making sure that people actually show up to those appointments, explaining to them, hey, what I have here is safe, it's going to save you or make you more money than you're going to give me, getting that money, then actually making sure you don't fuck up on your promises, and actually delivering them, and safely and in a high quality way, delivering and sustaining that automation. That's pretty much, in my opinion, the AI business model. Maybe I'm gonna learn in the future, but I think that's like what it comes down to. So what you really need to do is pick one industry, one like service or product, and in my opinion, you need to find out somewhere in this process, you need to build some expertise in AI, you need to know something about AI, you need to know something about the industry, and somewhere in this process you need to find like a spot, maybe somewhere here, or maybe this part of the process, or maybe like this part of the process, and you need to think to yourself, where in this business process AI can increase the volume, decrease the cost, or increase the throughput of volume that can go through that part of the system, or just overall improve it, just save money, make more money, or save time, essentially, or make you do more, which is going to directly lead to making more money. So if you can identify in the business process a part of the process where AI, if applied, would make more money, save money, or give you a lot of time back, and then you can properly focus on, let's give an analogy. Here's like the step 1, here's the step 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's say some business, imaginary X, Y, and Z business, has 7 parts of the process in order to sustain, be profitable, and just run. And let's say you identify an opportunity at part number 4 that will increase the overall performance of the business by, let's say, 20%, which would be a fucking huge increase, 20%, and it's going to save, let's say, like, I don't know, 5K per month, right? Let's say you identify an opportunity in that business. What you really need to do is focus your entire existence on just mastering this one automation and making it so fucking good that it will be unreasonable for people to not pay you money. And then obviously explaining that it is actually properly really working well. So in my opinion, the best AI automation to sell is the AI automation that if you place will improve the overall performance of the business in a part which must be in the process, right? Because if, let's say, writing articles for real estate agents, is it really that necessary to run the business? Probably not. So if you are able to map out the part of the business process, understand which part must be there, it's irreplaceable, and place your AI so it performs way better, will turn you into a very long-term AI agency, in my opinion. Because if you are able, let's say, to okay, let me just give you an example. Let's say in the business process, you identify maybe right here that, I don't know, the ads are going to be, I don't know, let's just create some imaginary scenario. Okay, let's just say somebody is spending like X amount of money on ads, and they channel that into a funnel, right? And then based on that funnel, they let's say they make 100K per month, some business, right, in revenue, per month in revenue, right? And let's say you figure out a way, because you think to yourself, okay, is this part irreplaceable? Well, no business is going to operate without marketing, like unless you get customers or you have some specific niche business model. Like, but most businesses, they need customers and they need money. They need money from those customers. So if you are able to identify like a very irreplaceable part of a business and apply AI in order to increase the efficiency of that model. So let's say in this funnel, somehow you use AI. I'm just speaking out the top of my head. I have no clue how to optimize funnels by AI because I don't do it. But if, let's say, I'm just making a point. Let's say you were to use this AI to optimize the funnel, and let's say that funnel from the same amount of money, so they are spending the exact same X amount of money on ads, and they funnel that, right? That into ads. Let's say you increase the conversion rate by 15%. So right now, the amount of revenue they make from those ads, and let's right now that they make 115K per month. And let's say you literally for this automation charge, I don't know, 2.5K per month. That was supposed to be 5. Let's say you charge 2.5K per month. No business owner ever will stop that. No business will think to themselves, we are making 15K a month more on ads, but we are spending 2.5K to acquire it. No, fuck that, let's just stop it and let's go back to the 100K. No business ever will do that. So what you need to do is figure out which part of the business is irreplaceable and must be there, figure out how you can improve that with AI or automate it with AI, and then make sure that it's a very simple analogy. You have to make them more money than they are paying you, or you need to make, okay, so you need to position yourself in a way where if they will remove their automation, it will cost them more in terms of time, money, and energy than they are paying you. That's it. If you figure out wherever you can do that, like, listen, you need to think for yourself, because I don't know any industry besides the one I'm working with, and obviously my industry, which is just selling AI to businesses. But if you find a situation where you can position your automation as an irreplaceable core part of their business, you will make a lot of money and people will not want to stop work with you. Is it easy to do it? Probably not, but it's not that hard if you just think to yourself and use AI. Like, you can research the industry, speak to people, figure out which part of the business, map out the process, and let's say how you can improve that with AI and how you can actually make this work, deliver that, and if you see results that this example gave you, you're just going to simply, in my opinion, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying to do with my agency. I try to, right now, my strategy is very simple with my product development in my AI agency. I have identified an opportunity in the industry I work with where I can save businesses a lot of money and charge them for that. And it is in a crucial part of their business that they cannot remove. So by them paying me, they're going to be saving money, and on the other hand, they will not be able to cut me off because they need the part of the process that I'm automating. So they will much rather pay me than lose money, which is going to hopefully make me quite irreplaceable. Obviously, right now I'm in a process of building, delivering, and making that high quality and safe, which is not that fucking easy. It is easy to say it in theory, but then that is quite anyone who's built any sort of AI automation for a real business or client knows that it is it is not that easy always. However, I wanted to share this idea and this thought with you because I believe if you will have this awareness and your paradigm will be at least more accurate. I believe this is quite accurate. I may be completely wrong, but I just that's what I believe right now to be accurate. I think if you're going to point in that direction, you're gonna end up in a better place than if you wouldn't point in the direction. If you want to see more content like this, if you want to sell AI to businesses, you're an AI developer, agency owner, or people, anyone who wants to benefit from the AI big shift in the humanity and benefit from that economically, then yeah, subscribe. Hopefully that helps. Take care.